So welcome back, everybody. So we're going to do more with comparing fractions, but this time we're going to compare unlike fractions. An office had 3 baskets of letters to be mailed. The first basket was 2/10 full. The second basket was 3/6 full. And the third basket was 1/5 full. Which comparison is true? A, 1/5 is greater than 3/6. B, 2/10 is equal to 1/5. C, 3/6 is less than 2/10. Or D, 1/5 is greater than 2/10. So, to do this one, we need to compare the fractions. So to compare fractions, I like to teach one of 2 ways. We can either draw pictures or we can do the least common denominator. I want to focus on the least common denominator for this video. So we have 3 numbers. We have, 3 fractions. These are still numbers, but they're called fractions. 2/10, 1/5, and 3/6. So these are the 3 numbers that we need to compare. I think it's much easier to compare these 2. And these 2 take up 2 of our answers, B and D. So to do the least common denominator, the first place I like to start is the first 5 multiples of each denominator. So the first 5 multiples, so what I want you guys to do is to fill in the first 5 multiples. Now when I say multiples, the first multiple of 10 is 10. So 10, if I make a chart, 1. The second multiple of 10 is 20. 1 times 10 equals 10. 2 times 10 equals 20. And for another example, the third one will be 30. 10, 20, 30. Now, what do you think the next 2 multiples are? I'll give you 3 seconds. Or you can pause the video. 3, 2, 1. Well, it'll be 40 and 50. This will be the 4th multiple. This will be the 5th multiple. So what I want you to do, the first thing I want you to do is to find the first 5 multiples of 5. And if you want to, you can do the first 5 multiples of 6. So go ahead and pause the video and do it yourself. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I've done the first 5 multiples of both 5 and 10. Now, what I need to see is which one of these multiples match. So, what I'm going to use a different color because I'm going to do the same thing with 6. So, I see that 10 matches and 20 matches. And if I did the next multiple, let's say I want to do one more multiple. The 6 multiple would be 30. And I see that 30 matches. But what I want is the least common multiple. So what's the smallest number that matches? 10 and 10. So for 10, it's going to be the first multiple. So I would multiply both sides by 1. So 2 times 1 gives me 2. 10 times 1 gives me 10. So that one didn't change. But for right here, this is the second multiple that matches. So I need to multiply both sides times 2. 1 times 2 gives me 2. 5 times 2 gives me 10. So 1/5 equals 2/10. Do you see any of our answers? So what I'm going to do, I see B, but it says 1/5 is greater than 2/10. I know that this is not the right answer. So what I want to do, now I want to check for 6. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the first 5 multiples of 6. So what I want you to do, I want you to pause the video and do it yourself. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now I have my first 5 multiples of 6. Now let's say I wanted to now let's see which ones are compared. So 6 to compare with the 5 and 6 to compare with the 10. Well, I know that 1/5 equals 2/10. So whichever answer that I get, so I'll just compare it with 2/10 since I know that 1/5 and 2/10 equal the same. So let's see which matches. So once again, I'm going to use a different color. So I see that the 30s match. So right here, the 5th multiple, so I would multiply times 5 on both sides. That'll give me 15/30. So 3/6 equals 15/30. Okay, now let's see. 2/10. So if it's 30, I need to multiply both sides times 3. So I'm going to go this way. Actually, I could just erase this. Times 3 on both sides. That'll give me 6/30. So 2/10 equals 6/30. And 3/6 equals 15/30. Okay, so A, 1/5. So 1/5 I know is equal to 6/10, which is also equal to 6/30. 1/5 is greater than 3/6. Okay, so 6/30. That means what it's saying is that 6/30 is greater than 15/30. Is that correct? No, it's not. Because 6 is less than 15. So that would mean 1/5 is less than 3/6. So I'll put an X on this one. And for this one, 3/6 is less than 2/10. Well, we know that 1/5 equals 2/10. And we know that 3/6 is greater than 1/5. So this can't be the answer either. So the only answer that makes sense is B. So that is how you use the least common denominator. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.